What's going on? What's going on? We're live. Just wanted to jump on here real quick before this Giants game starts. Watching the Bengals. The Bengals look like they're going to get their first win against the Jaguars. Joe Mixon is having himself a game. Like Joe Mixon, they got Joe Mixon on the steal. All of this noise you hear about Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley and all of these people, but they got Joe Mixon on the deal. He's having himself a game. Him and T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins is having himself a good game. Let's look at. They say Tyler Boyd is a leading receiver, but it seems like to me that T. Higgins has been catching the ball all day. But yeah, they're just running the ball just like the Browns are running all over the Cowboys. I'm on Sunday Ticket. Going back and forth between these games. But the Browns are just destroying the Cowboys on the ground. It's crazy. And Dak's stats aren't that bad. If you look at the actual stats, he's not having a bad game. They're just running him out of the gym. And I'm pretty sure the Cowboys have fans in the stadium, and they're just getting run out of the stadium with fans in the crowd. So I'm here to talk about some Giants stuff too. So I think we're going to get beat pretty soundly today, but hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully it's entertaining. Yeah, Joe is about to get his first one. This is about to be his first win, first of many. I think he's going to elevate that Bengals team to being a team that's. I think next year they're going to be in the playoffs. This year that offensive line isn't blocking, but he has like 5, 6 receivers deep. Like he's got a ton of receivers. So if he can do something with those receivers and get some protection, and his defense cannot be horrible, Joe Burrow can get that team to the playoffs. Yeah, sometimes I see them blocking for Tom. Other times it's just instant pressure. But sometimes he has like 6 seconds in the pocket, and then sometimes they just don't block at all. It looks really weird. That whole Bucks team is just up and down around Tom. See what's going on over here in this Bucks game. Again, I'm on Sunday Ticket, so I'm just switching back and forth. I don't really care about any of these games. It's not like the Giants are fighting for a playoff spot. So at this point, I'm just watching for football's sake. Okay, that's a nice little throw from Tom. It's a nice little throw for first down. See what's going on here. So the Redskins, not the Redskins, the Washington team, they're getting blown out. Cowboys are getting blown out. When do the Eagles play? Yeah, I didn't know who Justin Watson was before this. Before today, I did not know who Justin Watson was. The Eagles play tonight. Yeah, I know why he's watching that. They're going to get blown out by that 49ers team, too. They're not beating the 49ers. They don't have enough weapons. But yeah, Justin Watson, I did not know who that was before this game. Definitely didn't. I mean, we came looking for Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Okay, that's another great. Hey, the Bucks might come back. The Bucks might come back. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Bucks will come back because they shouldn't have turned the ball over before the half. They should not have turned the ball over before the half. Yeah, the Eagles are going to lose to the 49ers soundly. They will. If you look at the film for that game, that team is just fundamentally sound. They know exactly what they're doing. That team is better than the Eagles. Now, their individual players, they're not as good as the Eagles individual players, but I think the 49ers as a team, they're better than the Eagles. They're going to be able to move the ball, um, and they're going to be able to play some defense against them. Only thing that will save them is if Carson Wentz turns back the clock and he just becomes Carson Wentz of 16, 17, whenever he was going to be the MVP. If he turns into that Carson Wentz, they win. If not, they're not beating the 49ers. Not at all. Yeah, that's a wrap for the Chargers, though. It was fun while it lasted. Justin Herbert got me my fantasy points. And, I mean, at this point, they're going to lose. Yeah, I just don't see Carson Wentz beating that 49. I mean, maybe he turns back the clock. Maybe he, does something that I'm not expecting, but I don't see Carson Wentz winning that game. Or maybe Nick Mullins turns the ball over a bunch, but if that doesn't happen, that's a wrap. That's just a wrap for him. Hey, anybody in the stream, if you're a sub, if you're a loyal sub, go ahead and click that like button. It'll let other people know I'm streaming. It'll push the video up. We're just here chilling. If anybody wants to go ahead and type in the chat something that you want me to talk about, referring to the Giants or any of these early games, go ahead and type that in the chat. This is just, we're just relaxing before this Giants game, before the Giants pretty much get soundly beat and try to survive Aaron Donald and the best offense in the league. So just a quick little stream before all of this starts up. Because to be honest, if we lose this game the way I think we will, I will not have the energy to put out the kind of videos that I want. And plus, the Giants game starts at 4 o'clock. So I'm not going to be able to put out all of those 1 o'clock game videos that I usually do. This is our first 4 o'clock game. So I'm going to be watching the game. I'm not going to be making videos about, what happened to the Washington football team and try to convince these Washington fans that they need to bench Dwayne Haskins. Like, you should have benched him weeks ago, and now they're thinking about benching him in week 4. And I'm crazy, Maybe if you put in Alex Smith, they'd be winning games. But, what do I know? See, I think we're going to do a little bit better than what people think we will. But I think the Rams will win I think they're going to cover the spread. They're favored by 12 points. So I think they're going to cover that spread. But I think the Giants will score more than they've scored all season, which I think the most we scored all season was like 13 or 14, something like that. I think maybe 17. But I think we'll get to 20 points this game, but the Rams might get to like 38 or 40 something, because I just can't see us stopping the Rams offense. They're the best offense in the league, as far as stats goes. And they basically run. You got to realize Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan came from the same offense. They're both like Sean McVay worked for Kyle Shanahan in Washington. So he runs the same offense as the 49ers run, and they have better players at every position. So they're going to look at what the 49ers did last week, and they're just going to do the exact same thing with better players. Yeah, Jay Gruden was. I don't know. I don't know if I could say that word on a screen, but on a stream. But Jay Gruden was. He had some difficult things he had to deal with that we all saw in DC, and we just acted like it didn't happen. But Jay Gruden, he was definitely smoking something. Definitely smoking something. And people just acted like it didn't happen. Yeah, Justin Herbert is looking pretty good though. He's looking better than I thought. I thought he'd be a lot more sloppy to start off his career, but he's looking pretty efficient. I don't know who their offensive coordinator is, but kudos to him because Justin Herbert was looking kind of a mess in college as far as his decision making. See what else we got with these early games. And JPP is still making plays. I'm so mad that the Giants just got rid of him. JPP hasn't really gotten worse. He's just been injured, but other than that, he hasn't really gotten worse. I mean, he's not. I think that 2011 season was like an outlier. I don't think he was that good every year, but he was a 11, 12 sack guy every year pretty much if he played those whole seasons. JPP is like Giants fans think about JPP like he retired, and he's still playing pretty well. One hand and all, five, seven fingers and all. He's still playing pretty well. Yeah, JPP is a beast. All respect to JPP. He basically, I mean, even Eli was a superhero that year, but other than that, JPP got us that Super Bowl because if he didn't block that kick, there's no way we would have made the playoffs. Justin Herbert. Oh wow, what a catch! Keenan Allen. Oh man, Keenan Allen just made a great catch on the sideline. I don't know how he made that catch, but wow. He just Keenan Allen always the way he plays, he makes me think that he's like 5'9", but Keenan Allen is like 6'3". And that just showed he just elevated over him. That's what a catch. What if Daniel Jones had guys making plays for him like this? Yeah, this is all just fantasy football for me right now. Justin Herbert, give me some points. Matt Stafford, give me some points. Lamar Jackson, get me some points. And then Nick Chubb just lost me a bunch of points. I had Kareem Hunt on the bench, but Nick Chubb just ran. Nick Chubb just, I don't know what happened to him, but he's out for that game. Probably going to have to pick somebody else up. I don't know who decided to run that play for the Chargers, but that was horrible. That box was stacked. They weren't going to get that first down. These guys do not know how to beat Tom Brady. Like, they do not know how to beat Tom Brady. You have got to be more aggressive than this because you were up 24-7. And because of you not being able to hand off the ball right and you not being able to score when you need to, you're going to lose to Tom Brady. The game is entirely too close. They've got to convert this first down. They've got to convert this fourth down, I mean. Oh, wow, he picked it up. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, the thing is, like I said, they had a chance to win this game. But if they don't score a touchdown, they have absolutely no chance of winning. You got to play Tom Brady like a 14-point lead against Tom Brady is like a 3-point lead. Guys don't realize that. A 14-point lead against Tom Brady is like a 3-point lead. So you got to be up by a good 24 points to feel like you're in a comfortable position. And even then, you're still not really comfortable, depending on how much time is left. All right, we got 5 people in the stream, 5 likes. That's what I like to see. 5 people, 5 likes. Herbert. Back to Keenan Allen. Give me some more points. Another first down. I know you guys are looking like, oh, the Joe Burrow game is on, and I'm going back and forth between this Sunday ticket and between this Bucks game and Bengals game. Right now, the Bengals game is a little bit less entertaining than the Bucks game. Let's see what's going on with Joe Burrow. Is that AJ Green lying on the ground again? It's always something with this dude. It's always something. AJ Green dropping passes, lying on the ground. Like he's just been. I've been starting him most of this year in fantasy, and he's just been a disappointment. Let's see what he did. Yep, AJ Green dropping another pass. Man, I mean, AJ Green used to be so. I feel like he was better than this, and he just is just so not there anymore. It's like he's just lining up as a decoy. Yeah, AJ Green, he's seeming. I don't want to call him washed, but he's looking washed, and now he looks injured. I think he's injured. Yeah, he's grabbing his hand or whatever he's doing, but he's injured. I mean, he's this is bad. I expected more, man. I expected a lot more. But I mean, Joe Burrow's got some more weapons. He's got T. Higgins. He's got Boyd. He's got a lot of weapons. So he should be okay throwing the ball. But I expected a lot more from AJ Green. He's been like Julio in the red zone. He just can't come down with the ball. He's dropping deep passes. He just looks like he just has got to call it quits. Maybe it's time. The Cowboys are not coming back. You realize the Browns had two. Oh, the Chargers just missed the field goal. Yeah, these guys are losing. Because at this point, a 3-point lead against Tom Brady is like you're trailing by 7. So I don't expect them to win this game at this point. Let's see what the Cowboys are doing. Yeah, Baker Mayfield is 160 for 2 touchdowns. He hasn't really had to do anything. He's just been handing that ball off and nothing really much else to do besides that. They haven't been able to stop the run. Yeah, the Seahawks, they're playing the Dolphins are playing the Seahawks close. But Russell Wilson is going to I think Russell Wilson will pull away. Yeah, Russell Wilson is going to pull away. I mean, he's not going to lose. Fitzmagic is he's kind of the goat, but Russell Wilson is going to close that game out. And look at the Vikings. They just came out of nowhere and all of a sudden start playing well. So right now the Browns are up 41-14. Hey, that's stick a fork in her. She's done. That's all she wrote. And cue the Baker Mayfield progressive commercial. Baker Mayfield, another progressive commercial. And they just using the same ones as last year because he filmed like, 300 commercials. But yeah, the Cowboys got their butt whooped today. They got their butt whooped. Whew. Let's see who's getting these points for the Vikings. If it's Justin Jefferson, I'm in luck. I got all the LSU guys out on my teams. Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson. I wish I would have been able to get Clyde, but they snatched him up the first couple picks. I thought he'd be a sleeper, but everybody, if you're a decent running back on the Chiefs, you're probably due to get a lot of fantasy points. But yeah, at this point, this Cowboys game is done. It's no point in watching. Let's go back over to this Bengals game. It looks like they just Maybe kicked a field goal. Okay, yeah, that's what happened. Minshew magic hasn't been the same. Hasn't been what I remember from last year. I think he had like a first good 2 games, but what's going on, Vinny? I mean, our division is horrible. I thought the Cowboys were better than this to get. I mean, it's one thing to let the Browns put up this many points because they do this every week, but to only put up 14 points so far with all of those weapons, and then Dak's stats don't look that bad. To only have 14 points though is that's that's inexcusable. They got to do better than that. And look on our schedule, I had us beating the Browns just because I didn't want to give Odell the satisfaction of beating us. I really don't. I still hope that we can beat the Browns. Hopefully, we're good enough as far as comfortable with our scheme that we can beat them. But they're pouring it on the Cowboys right now, and this is without Nick Chubb. Not like they needed him anyway with that running game, but what it all of those excuses for Baker Mayfield last year, and Nick Chubb was running like this last year. They were getting these kinds of yards. So he's finally stepping up, not acting like a jerk, not turning the ball over. And this is what's going to happen. Meanwhile, Kyler Murray is down 14 points to Teddy Bridgewater. Yeah, Dallas's defense is bad. Oh, the Bucks just scored. What happened, Dundee? How did they score? Who caught the touchdown? Yeah, I didn't think that I did not. I thought that the Cardinals, after the first 2 weeks, I thought that they were going to start off like 5-0, but they're getting beat pretty soundly by Teddy Bridgewater and the Panthers. They're about to score again if they decide not to run more sweeps sweeps to the wide receivers. They're not the 49ers. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the Chargers can kiss their win goodbye. I got my fantasy points out of it, so I don't really care what happens. But Dallas's defense is bad. They can't stop a cold. Who's this idiot calling plays for the Panthers? Just lost 4 yards on first down. Okay, Teddy Bridgewater. Looks like he's going to run with it. He got the worst block I've ever seen, or else he would have had a touchdown. Hey, Giants fans in this stream, did you guys know that? Did you guys know that if Daniel Jones got a block on that read option where he ran left, if he got a block from Caden Smith, if he didn't try to cut block him, that would have been a touchdown? I mean, wow. Anybody in this stream that's a Giants fan, definitely watch the Talking Giants film breakdowns. They do them like every week. And yeah, I mean, if he would have gotten that block from Caden Smith, it would have been a touchdown. Which, not saying we would have won the game, but it would have been a lot more entertaining. Because at the end of the day, we watch this for entertainment, and it's not entertaining. It makes you really feel bad about watching it. Makes you just want to watch something else. Wow. Tom threw a deep pass. Let's see. I think I can see the highlights in this Sunday Ticket app. Let's see if I can pull it up. Okay, I can pull this up. All right, let's see it. Play action. Okay, that was a nice throw. That wasn't a deep pass though. Or did he just get the ball back again and throw that deep pass? I mean, Tom can still throw it deep, but that wasn't a deep pass. That was like a 23-yard pass. Oh, 44 yards. Let's see that. Okay, I'm just watching the highlight now. Oh yeah, Drew Brees could never. Drew Brees could never do that. Drew Brees is checked down, Charlie. He's done. Yeah, Drew Brees would never make that pass. Yeah, I just need Keenan Allen to keep catching these passes for me so I can go ahead and secure this fantasy victory. But other than that, I mean, they're not winning this game. All right, let's see. Justin Herbert under empty set. Oh, see, yeah, Keenan Allen's got to look for the ball earlier in that. He threw it before Keenan Allen even, he wasn't really checking for that ball. And it just looks weird, a weird spiral, really wobbly. But I feel like if Keenan Allen was looking for the pass, he probably would have caught that. Oh, I didn't even see your last comment, Benny. I didn't even. I think you're ahead of me. Let's see what Herbert does. Let's see what Herbert does. Backpedaling? Okay, Herbert got some stuff from Mahomes. Thank you for the fantasy points. I appreciate you, Herbert. He must have been studying too much Mahomes tape, backpedaling, throwing touchdowns like that. Wow. I didn't think he had that in him. See, Justin Herbert, I wanted him on the Giants a couple of years ago, but then he started acting like a crazy maniac and started throwing touchdowns, started throwing interceptions in college, but he's looking good. Man, I don't know. He's not gonna be able to challenge Joe for rookie of the year, but he's looking good. But let's see what this comment was from Vinny. Yeah, the Bears game, I think the momentum pretty much fell apart when we didn't win that Bears game. And then I think they probably kind of took the 49ers for granted. And when they came out and started playing like how they were playing, they were like, if this team looks this good against us, I mean, I don't know what we can look forward to. What's going on, Let's Toast Media? Yeah, the Steelers gave us a good whooping week one. They gave us a good whooping. And yeah, I wish the Steelers got to play today, but they got their game pushed back. This is their bye week now. But yeah, they were. I did not think the Steelers would be that good that early, but they got the same coaching staff, same defense, pretty much. They probably lead the league in sacks again. So yeah, you guys are looking good this year. I don't know if anybody in the AFC is going to be able to deal with Mahomes, but you guys are looking good other than Mahomes, and it'll be interesting to see when they finally play the Ravens. Because I think they're gonna need Big Ben to get a lot of points early to be able to beat Lamar, but seems like when Lamar gets down, he doesn't really do as well. But Mahomes, let's talk about Mahomes. That guy looks crazy. Like he looks crazy, man. The whole Chiefs offense in general, you just watch people just getting open, people running the ball. It just looks crazy. It doesn't look like anybody can beat that team. And when Mahomes was a rookie and he threw all those touchdowns, he made a lot of mistakes. He threw a lot of stupid interceptions, but this year he's just not even making mistakes and he's still making those plays. They're able to run the football, they're playing defense. If I was in the AFC, if I wanted my team to be able to beat this this Chiefs team, I would be hoping that they were peaking early because that team looks crazy. Yeah, we need. I think Daniel Jones from the Bucks game or 5 touchdowns. Daniel Jones. I think he's with Pat Shermer in Denver. Pat Shermer took all of Daniel Jones's talent with him because I'm pretty sure Pat Shermer is the only reason why we took Daniel Jones. I'm pretty sure with Pat Shermer lobbied for him, and then you fired a coach that would probably lobby for him because Dave Gettleman definitely wanted Josh Allen. The not the quarterback. He wanted that defensive end. Which I mean that would have been cool. We might have had probably Justin Herbert this year, maybe Joe Burrow, but I don't think Eli would have been. Eli wouldn't have played bad enough to get us the first pick, but maybe we'd be taking Justin Herbert with Josh Allen last year. But either way, the team is just in shambles in general. We need a lot of help, a lot of help. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The Bucks, I mean, they got Tom Brady, and that's why they will be able to beat Mahomes. But the Chiefs just look crazy. They just look crazy good. To me, they're the most entertaining team to watch. The Cowboys were pretty entertaining, but now they're not scoring anymore. They're not throwing it deep. They're not, making catches. Speaking on them, see what's going on with them. Joe Burrow looks like he's in the driver's seat, so I don't have to check on him. Cowboys just scored, I think. They went for two. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with those guys, but they're not going to come back. Yeah, but if the Browns, if they squander this lead, that would be bad. That would be that'd be worse. Not worse than the Super Bowl Falcons, but it'd be the worst choke this season, definitely. But yeah, I wanted to see that Patriots and Chiefs game. I don't know if Cam is going to play, so we'll see. But I wanted to see Cam versus Mahomes, but now Cam is probably not going to play because he tested positive. So it's going to be Stead versus Mahomes. Young Steady. Wow. But Justin Herbert backpedaling for that touchdown, though. See what's going on with my fantasy team. Got to be in the driver's seat now. 279 and 3 touchdowns. Brown Browns got 229 rushing yards, and they're not tackling them. So let's go over this. The Cowboys defense can't tackle, it can't cover. So how are they going to stop people from scoring? Let's see. Yeah, Stead is probably going to throw like 4 or 5 interceptions, trying to trying to go toe to toe with Mahomes. Bill Belichick probably talks him up so much that he thinks that he's better than Tom or something. So he probably thinks he can go toe to toe with Mahomes, and it'll be bad really quick. Yeah, I don't think the Chargers are going to be able to win that game though. Yeah, I mean, if your team is terrible, let's see. Yeah, I mean, you don't wait 4 years for the guy to develop, but I think you got to at least give Daniel Jones 2 years to develop. See how he looks after 2 years. If he doesn't look like he's progressing. Then I mean, do what you got to do. But I'll give him 2 seasons with a top 10 pick. I mean, because what are we gonna do right now besides putting Colt McCoy? I don't want to see Colt McCoy. I don't want to see him. RG3 came in the game. Oh, so they must be getting beat bad if RG3 came in. Did Lamar get injured or something? I mean, if we have the first pick, to me, if we have the first pick, you gotta take Trevor Lawrence. Now, I'm not a tank for Trevor guy. I'm not a guy who's saying we need to lose all these games so we can draft Trevor Lawrence. But if we got the first pick, you got to take the best player. And I think Trevor Lawrence is the best player in that draft. I'm not one of the guys who just say Daniel Jones sucks. We need to get him out of here because I haven't seen enough. And we saw what we saw last year. People are trying to act like they didn't see it. But if you have an opportunity to get Trevor Lawrence with the first pick and you're so bad that you get the first pick, you might as well take Trevor Lawrence. Now, if you have like the third pick and you're not getting Justin Fields, you're not getting Trevor Lawrence, and you're just sitting there, don't try to trade up for a quarterback or don't try to just take somebody like Trey Lance or something. Trade out of that, get a ton of picks, get some defensive ends, get some wide receivers, get some talent in there. Because I'll take Jamar Chase, but it's not looking. If we have like a top 5 pick, I don't want a receiver with a top 5 pick. I just think you just let the season play out. That's what people. You're not being patient. I mean, we want to win, and everybody wants to win, but I feel like you just let the season play out, and whatever we are at the end of the season, that's what we decide to do. I feel like if you have the first pick overall, then your quarterback obviously didn't do his job well enough to keep it. So you go ahead and take Trevor Lawrence at that point. But right now, I mean, I'm not going to tank for Trevor. I want to win every time we go out there. We've had enough. We've had our fair share. We've lost more than anybody over the past 3 years. So I don't want to tank for anybody. I'd rather the Giants win the rest of these games or go 8-8 or 7-9 or 6-10 and take a receiver. I don't want Daniel Jones to fail. A lot of these guys want Daniel Jones to fail because they can say that they were right. Like I can't turn on a Giants game and root for them to lose. Yeah, last year was a wide receiver draft, and Gettleman didn't take one white. He didn't take one wide receiver. Not one wide receiver was taken in that draft by Dave Gettleman. And they say this receiver class might be even a little bit better. And if we don't take a wide receiver in the first 3 rounds, Dave Gettleman he's just Dave Gettleman. He wants to draft defensive tackles and offensive linemen. So any Giants fan that says that they want wide receivers and weapons, they get crucified. They get, we want to get back to 1980s, 1920s, Vince Lombardi, pound the rock, when we got Patrick Mahomes out here throwing 50 touchdowns. It's like Patrick Mahomes is throwing 50 touchdowns and you want to draft Saquon Barkley and run him 50 times a game. Yeah, we're not beating the Rams. Tom is about to get 5 touchdowns. Let's see. See, I'm going back, and he might already have 5. Yeah, I don't really need many more moderators right now. Once I start to grow, Big Chungus, you're definitely solid. You're a solid moderator for the future. But I got like 6 or 7 moderators now. So once I start growing, once more people get in the streams, if you're in here, I'll definitely make you a moderator. Tom has 5 touchdowns though. Wow. Well, what do you know? For all of these, everybody in the stream right now, I got a bet with Done Deal in real life about Kyler Murray and Tom Brady, who's going to have more touchdowns. So right now, it's not looking too good for me today because the Panthers decided they wanted to contain Kyler Murray and run the ball the whole game. So it's not looking too good. But hopefully he bounces back because Tom Brady's throwing 5 touchdowns. I mean, can the Giants win? I mean, do I have a chance of, you know, getting elected president in a couple months? Maybe, but probably not going to happen. I just want to see something entertaining from the Giants. I want to see somebody, make a play. I want to see touchdowns. I just don't want to see something pitiful out there where we score 6 points or 3 points. Just want to see some football. Like I waited long enough. I deserve to see some good football. Like our only goals for this year is probably to beat this trash division that we play in, win our division games, and just see some entertaining football. Like even if the Bengals played like how they played the past couple of weeks and lost every game, like it'd still be entertaining because they're scoring points. Joe Burrow looks good, and he's got all those receivers. Yeah, I mean DJ with the Cardinals weapons. I'd love to see DJ with DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins is got traded for a bag of chips and a salad for for Kyler Murray to get his number one receiver, but Dave Gettleman saw all of those receivers on the market and said, "We don't need any. We're good with Golden Tate and Sterling Shepard, who we know is going to get injured." Golden Tate has got a bad hamstring, and Darius Slayton, once he gets doubled, he gets eliminated. And now they're not even going to have to double him because he's going to be playing against Jalen Ramsey. So I don't know how we're going to move the ball, but I just want to see some. I just want to see some entertaining football. That's it. But yeah, I thought the Cardinals would be like 5-0 after the first couple of weeks. Like I said, I thought they would be 5-0, 6-0, because I thought that they beat the Panthers pretty easily. But the Panthers are just establishing the run, which is funny because Giants fans say we need to establish the run, but it's not working. Our offensive line is a pass blocking line, and then when you look at the film, we got wide receivers trying to block linebackers in the middle of the field. So obviously they're not going to be able to run the ball. So why don't we throw it? I mean, I wish DJ could get Robbie Anderson. Anything. I mean, I want wins, but like I said, more than anything, I just want to see some entertaining. When we were bad with Eli Manning and Odell and even Saquon when he was a rookie, we got to see entertaining football. We got to see plays getting made, Odell making one-handed catches, and Saquon doing everything. Even last year, DJ throwing 4 and 5 touchdowns, and we're us expecting to see how can DJ fumble away the game this week for us. But this year it's just bad. Jason Garrett is just he's gotten everybody on this offense to just regress. Even Evan Ingram, when he was healthy last year, looked great. But now he's running all 10-yard comebacks, 10-yard hitch routes, 10-yard outs. He's not Jason Witten. Don't use him like Jason Witten, man. Like Jason Garrett, I heard Joe Judge say out of his mouth that he's going to use every player to the best of their ability. He's going to put all of them in position to succeed. So I don't want to see Evan Ingram running these 10-yard comebacks. Evan Ingram is not good in space. He doesn't like contact. He doesn't want to get hit. That's why he's dropping these passes. If you put Evan Ingram out there and let him run these routes that he was running last year, where he was basically a slot receiver, then he started to probably catch more of these passes. But if you got him in these confined spaces where he's got someone breathing down his neck, he's not going to catch that. He doesn't like contact at all. For some reason, he likes blocking more better than he probably likes getting hit, which he's doing the hitting rather than getting hit. But as far as catching the ball and holding on to it, he hears footsteps. He slips. He hears footsteps. He does it all. And now Kenyon Drake looks like he's injured. Hopefully that's not serious because that's their bell cow pretty much. Oh, he was not expecting that guy to come behind him. All right, what's going on with this? Bengals are still pretty much in the lead. Buccaneers got the ball back. It's like Evan Ingram traded all of his talent for to stay healthy. That's what it seems like. Evan Ingram had the dropsies when he was a rookie, but he would bounce back because he was basically our number one receiver. But I still feel like we could be utilizing him more, man. I feel like if we were just able to just sit down with Jason Garrett and just put on some tape of Darren Waller and Travis Kelce, even though Darren Waller does a little bit more blocking, I mean, use these guys as a weapon. Yeah, I don't know how. I'm probably going to take a break. Maybe I'll come back for the second half of this Giants game. I just wanted to jump on and stream before the game. So, yeah, maybe I'll come back for the second half. But I don't know if I'll be able to have enough energy to get through bad football like this. I think I've probably been streaming for about an hour now, maybe 45 minutes. Who knows, man? I'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll just go on through the game. See how many people in there. I tried to stream the Giants game about 2 weeks ago. Was really no one in the stream because, everybody else is streaming at the same time. So, see how it goes. And the Chargers are exactly where they don't want to be. Tom Brady has got the ball in the fourth quarter. What's going on? They just let DJ Chark score. So it's a one possession game now for the Bengals. Yeah, I don't want to see them choke this lead. Yeah, they just let Tom score 4 straight touchdowns. And he might throw a 6th touchdown. I think he's got 5 touchdowns, so he might throw himself a 6th touchdown. And at that point, that's the wrap. It's a lot of. I think this is probably the best game because there's a lot of like one-sided games on. Looks like the Ravens ran Washington out of the building. The game's already over. see. I think yeah, they're the only game that's over. They ran them out of the building, and that's a wrap. OJ Howard, look at Donovan Smith, so big trying to pull. Yeah, I don't know. The Bucks are just collapsing all around them. They're just collapsing all around Tom. Who's that? Oh, well, they're still moving the ball though, so it's not bad. Yeah, if the Bucks get any points out of this drive, I'm gonna go ahead and say that game is completely over. They can get anything out of this. That's you think that this isn't the end. There's still time for Kyler to get more comfortable and catch back up. There's time. There's time for him to catch up. He plays some pretty bad teams this year, so there's time. And you gotta account for those rushing touchdowns too. Yeah, and then Vinny's ahead of me. I think he's ahead of both of us. Oh, that's a vintage Gronk catch. I haven't seen that in a long time. That shows you that they've been, trying to phase Gronk out of the offense for no reason. That's a vintage catch, though. Yeah, that's a vintage Gronk catch right there. Who's that right there? Is that Devin White? I'm not sure. That's hilarious. Oh, see, the Bucks can pull their wide receivers to go block, go block guys. They don't miss their assignments, but the Giants, it's not working out for them. Yeah, we got about 5 more minutes, and I'm going to be switching over to the Giants game. But we'll see if they score on this drive. It looks like they're gonna bury this game. Dwayne Haskins got 300 yards. At least he got Terry some yards. I wonder if that's enough for them to not bench him. They said that they were going to bench him if he couldn't do anything this game. But I mean, that's a bad game to say that he has to do something. It's against the Ravens. Oh, what's going on? What's going on in Miami? What's going on in my okay? Because I saw the thing that popped up that said that said that Fitzpatrick just converted a 2 point conversion. But it looks like they're not going to be able to come back against the Seahawks. So that's that. But I was like, what's going on in Miami? What's going on with them? Yeah, the young quarterbacks are playing really well. I didn't expect. We'll see how Tua does. Maybe after this loss, if they can get some more losses, I mean, they probably don't want to lose, but After a couple more losses for the Dolphins, you'll probably see Tua. But Burrow and Herbert, they look great. The Cardinals just scored. Okay, that was a run. So that doesn't really help my bet. But Cardinals scored. They're down by like 11 points with 2 minutes left, 10 points. So that game's pretty much over. Bengals game is pretty much over. If they can run this clock out. Cowboys are at 30 points. Dak with his garbage time yards and touchdowns. I don't think they'll choke an 11-point lead, though. They got 4 minutes, though. Haskins, he put up 10 points with 300 yards. I don't know. Let's see what. Pretty sure, like I said, I'm pretty sure that game was over. Okay, they put up 17 points. They had RG3 in the game, so take what you want from that. Like I said, Dak is getting his garbage time points. Down 11 points. Yeah, Deshaun Watson is cooked. He was getting carried. I'm pretty sure he was getting carried by DeAndre Hopkins. I just don't expect him to win many of these games against these teams. Yeah, I see the Cowboys are in the red zone. I'm watching their game now, but they're not going to be able to come back. Now there is 4 minutes left, but I don't think they're going to be able to come back. I think the Browns will probably be able to run the clock out. Vinny, I will be happy. First of all, I'll be happy if we win a game. Second, I mean, if we don't win a game, I'll just be happy if we can get up. If it can be a game in the third quarter and it's not only a game because no one's scoring, but if it's a game because, there's some high scoring, big plays going on, that'd be great. No turnovers at all would be great. Seeing a glimpse of the quarterback that I saw last year and Daniel Jones would be great. If we could see some of these running backs, get some yards, that would be great. I wanted to see Austin Mack play. He got promoted to the active roster, but he's inactive today, which it makes no sense at all. But yeah, I just want to see something entertaining. That's all. CeeDee Lamb with another touchdown. Dak has got all the weapons in the world, and if the Browns choke this game, oh boy, if the Browns choke this game. So it was 41-14 at one point. Now it is 41. Let's see if they get this 2-point conversion. Let's see if they can get this. CeeDee Lamb motioning across, motioning back. It looks like, okay, oh, that's an easy 2-point conversion. It is a 3-point game. It's a 3-point game. There's 24 points in the fourth quarter. It was 41-14, and now it's 41-38. The Browns have given up 24 points in a row in the fourth quarter. There's 3 minutes and 42 seconds left. So if the Browns don't score, they're losing this game. I don't know how you blow a 41-14 point lead, but it's looking like they're trying to make Dak the MVP with what they're doing. This is looking ridiculous. 24 points in the fourth quarter. Oh, man, I'd be mad. I'd be mad if I was a Browns fan. I'd be so mad. Anybody knows who El Presidor is. Get ready for a great video if the Browns choke this lead. Because, Oh man, 41-14. Herbert threw a pick. Yeah, that game is over. If Herbert is just threw a pick, then they're not coming back. Why is the Giants game blacked out? See, listen, we don't want Sunday ticket so we can have blacked out games. Wow, this is ridiculous. And Olivier Vernon not getting pressure on the Browns just like he did for the Giants. So now I'm gonna have to find another way to see this Giants game because they blacked it out on Sunday ticket. And for some reason, this antenna I have is not working out for CBS. I don't know how you listen. I don't care. Yeah, I might have to do that. I wouldn't actually type the links in the stream. Yeah, you look like you know what you're doing. But yeah, we know where to go to find these NFL games. Yeah. Yeah, I think that they're showing them on TV where I'm in DC. I think they're showing them on TV around here, but the thing is, there's I'm not getting a signal for some reason for CBS. And now, let's see what Odell is doing. He's getting some yards. Odell up the field. Odell in the open field, outrunning Jalen Smith for a touchdown. Odell, oh my! I benched Odell today. This is crazy. I benched Odell today, and I started him because I said there's no way that Darius Slayton is going to have a bigger game than Odell, but he just iced this game against the Cowboys. He just iced this game for them. Wow. I got probably like 40 fantasy points on my bench. But let's see this Giants game. Let's see if I can get that on. We don't really care about any other thing but the Giants game at the end of the day. Ingram dropped a pass already. I'm trying to pull this game up, see if I can get it up. Like this is so frustrating. Who sacked Daniel Jones? And I can't even see the game because in the NFL Sunday ticket and their blackouts, and this is just stupid. Can't believe it. Yeah, their NFL Sunday ticket is getting canceled. They can't show me the games that I want to see. Yeah, I'm gonna see like they can't show me the games, the reasons that you get NFL Sunday ticket is because you don't live where your team plays and you want to see them play, and I can't see. At least there's a punt. At least it's not a turnover. Oh boy. This is so frustrating. I cannot get the game that I actually want to see. And the streaming services are still doing the same thing. I'm gonna have to try out something else. Like, there's no point in you showing me Justin Herbert trying to come back. He's not going to come back. Just show me the Giants game. But for some reason, they won't show it. Can't believe this. Well, I'm going to switch the game that's on this ESPN screen, at least, so I can see something. But bear with me right now. I'm trying to pull up the actual game. Because NFL Sunday Ticket has failed me. Not happy at all. All right, let's see what we can. It's on Fox. I could have sworn. Okay, did we have CBS last week? Wow. I've been wasting my time. It's on Fox. Wow. All right, so I can see what I want to see then. Wow, I wasted all this time. All right, Robert Woods on the little sweep route. That killed us last week. Got to stop. Thank you, Vinny, so much because I was wasting my time looking for this game and it was on a different channel. I think we played on CBS last week. That's why I thought that. Which is weird because you don't see NFL NFC teams on CBS that often, unless they're playing an AFC team. All right, let's see what we got on defense. Let's see if we can come out and fight and not look pitiful. They got a wide open drop for us. That's good. So yep, I'm gonna keep streaming at least at least through this first quarter. See how this goes. Maybe me streaming gives us some good luck. Empty set. All right, we got to get some pressure at this point. Yeah, that's inexcusable. Oh man, it's looking like more of the same. 3 for 4, 30. They're already in the pretty much in the red zone. Clean pocket again, dumping it off to the running backs. We can't cover these guys. Yeah, done deal. You should probably be able to see it on Fox, just like I can. But who knows? If not, you can probably see it on one of those special sites. Giants defense coming out looking all confident while they're giving up points, giving up yards. 7 plays, 45 yards, 5-minute drive so far. Look at this garbage heap. You refuse to stop the run. All of those defensive tackles, and you don't stop the run. Unbelievable. Like they're running the same plays that they ran against us last week. It's the same offense. So you know it's coming. You can't stop it. Just force a field goal. Give us a chance. If we can't force a field goal, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Fox is showing you that, yeah, nobody. Let me know if the Cowboys come back, but I think Odell iced that game. Whew. I mean, it's looking like more of the same here. I just want to see something exciting, you know, by our team. You can't, I mean, it's ridiculous. You got a first round, a second round, and a first round pick all on the defensive line, and you're getting washed off the ball. Dexter Lawrence, Dalvin Thompson, Leonard Williams. What's that, like $20+ million? And you can't stop the run in short yardage situations, and no one's getting pressure. I think I can invite people to my StreamYard through the chat. Yeah, they're not stopping the run. And there goes the first touchdown. First touchdown of many. Now, my only chance is, my only question is, can we respond? Can we make it entertaining? Or is it just going to look pitiful? Sit here for 3 hours and watch something pitiful, or is it going to be entertaining? And the thing is, these teams know what to run against us. So easy. They're doing the same thing. Run some jet sweeps, run some screens, make us have to think, and giving that up easily. Get blown off the ball at the beginning, at the point of attack. Yeah, garbage time king. But I don't know if I can call Dak the garbage time king, because he came out and almost brought his team back. If Odell didn't run that ball in, that would be a wrap. They would have won. So let's see Dak's stats for this week: 486 and 4 touchdowns, 40 of 56, 121.6 quarterback rating. Yeah. And a lot of people were probably thinking, how did Dak lose this game? All those points came in the fourth quarter, but they were able to run the ball pretty much and just run the game out. Trying to figure out how to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Patrick Graham, because he had the defense playing really well the first 2 weeks. But these are like offensive masterminds we're going against. Kyle Shanahan and this Rams coach. Why am I forgetting? Sean McVay. These two guys are offensive masterminds. So their play design, everything they're coming up with, it all looks great. And I think our defense would probably be playing better if they had any faith that our offense would do something. But yeah, Vinny, my email should be in my channel link, my like channel on my channel. So yeah, definitely shoot me an email and we could talk about doing like a stream together. I mean, these 7-minute touchdown drives where you forget what your offense looks like. You know, who's on our offense? Who plays for our offense? Because they're never on the field. I don't know what these guys look like. Don't know what these guys look like. And Corey Ballantyne is still returning kicks. Luckily, he didn't take that out and make us start the drive on the 12-yard line. And then they're putting up these Barkley graphics like we're losing because of sake, like they couldn't run the ball before. So let's see what this idiot Jason Garrett has got going on today. I can't wait to look at this all 22 of the shenanigans that he tries to make us run. Let's see. I predicted a 20-yard run this week. Let's see if we can get one. I predict Devontae Freeman with a 3-yard run. It's better than what we've seen. Yeah, Daniel Jones is the leading rusher. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Daniel Jones has his best plays in this empty set here, especially against the Steelers. He looked really great. All right. Okay, take off and run with it then. Don't fumble the ball, though. Nice little first down. Okay. Just, this is how Daniel Jones is going to have to win games this year. Because if you look at this screen, let me know, who do you see open? Because Jason Garrett has 5 receivers running hitch routes. All 5 receivers running comeback routes. No one's open, so Daniel Jones has to run for the first down. And poor Devontae Freeman got here and thought he'd be able to revive his career. Well, you need blocks for that. You need blocks to run the ball. Makes the first guy miss, and then there's 3, 4 more guys there. Let's see, 2nd and 11. What can we do? He's holding the ball forever, and he just fumbled. Yeah, see, we don't want that. Yeah, and you just know that no one's open. No one's open because Jason Garrett has them running the most ridiculous routes. Let's see who's open. He's not open. He's not open. You got two guys taking up the same space. Luckily, Daniel Jones got the ball back, but now it's 3rd and 22. I mean, I don't understand what Jason Garrett is doing. At this point, you have to fire him. Slayton was open, but when Slayton was open, Daniel Jones was already, getting sacked. And now a false start. If you're not going to block the guy, Cam Fleming, at least don't false start. Third and 27 on the route to 14-0. These guys are just Evan Ingram with the catch. Don't fumble. That's what you have to say every time any of these guys touch the ball. Don't fumble. 4th and 19. So a second punt. Let's see what Aaron Donald did to us this time against Andrew Thomas. I think Andrew Thomas just let him free because of the screen. All right, Cooper Cup. Got him on my fantasy team. At least if we lose, give me some fantasy points. But yeah, this team is so sad to watch. I just need Jason Garrett to draw something up that doesn't have two guys taking up the same spot and that isn't, a hitch route or an out route. I just need him to just do something different because obviously teams are just sitting on these routes all day. And then you got Daniel Jones just holding on to the ball, holding on to it, acting like he has a great offensive line when you don't. So we didn't turn the ball over, guys. Progress. Two drives without a turnover to start the game. We tried to, but he got the ball back. How many points you think we scored today? I just want to get to 20 points so bad. Feels like it's been forever. We got to see it all season last year, but this year, Jason Garrett has got us running. I don't know what this is. There's just no creativity, no variation in routes. It's like no play design. It's ridiculous. Hopefully we can get to double digit points. Like hopefully we can see a touchdown today. Seems like the only thing we're able to do is let Daniel Jones run the ball. Mark Colombo, you're wasting your time. There's 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 no way that you're going to get anything out of these guys. Yeah, Aaron Donald is just practicing. Guys wide open for Jared Goff. Gerald, oh, he fumbled the football. Get on top of it. Yep, this is what we needed. This is what we needed. Can the offense look at who recovered it? James Bradbury. James Bradbury is clutch this year. Can we turn it into some points though? I'm not going to put bad energy out there. Hopefully, we score some points. Capitalize, capitalize, capitalize. Let Gerald Everett do his best Evan Ingram impersonation. Austin Johnson, of all people, our backup defensive tackle, Austin Johnson, forced a fumble. All right, get in business. He's got people motioning Damian Ratley to the outside. Don't you run the ball and kill our momentum with a negative run. Hand it off to Damian Ratley. Let's get up the field. Don't fumble. Yeah, Bradbury's our best player by far. All I want is positive plays. Positive plays. Don't go backwards. Just get positive plays. This is how you beat teams that are better than you. You got to force turnovers and you got to capitalize. And that'll be the story if we lose this game. We didn't capitalize. Oh, look at Evan. Oh, Damian Ratley across the middle. Back to Ratley. All right. Dak Prescott with a pick. That's it. That's game. Let's get back to the more important game, the New York Giants. Think about it. The Cowboys have one win. Like, just think about that. It's ridiculous. All right, Devontae Freeman in the backfield. Ratley, the bottom of your screen. Devontae Freeman look like he's finally going to get some blocks. A nice 4-yard pass. 4-yard run, I mean. Keep the, like I said, just positive plays. I'm thinking positively, so we'll get some positive plays. Positivity, peace and positivity, peace and prosperity. Let's get a touchdown. I just want to see some touchdowns. That's all I want to see. Something productive. Ratley on the motion again. That was a bad play action. Daniel. Oh, we just lost 3. I want positive gains. I don't want 2-yard losses on second down. Bad play action and 2-yard loss, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put my faith in the Giants to beat the Rams, but thanks for the support. I know that's you, David. I know that's you. You got to stay consistent with your alter egos. Yeah, I know that's you. Kevin Zeitler with a false start. Yeah, I mean, what can go wrong will go wrong with this team. Penalties, missed tackles. See what happens on this third down. 1 quarter and we're still in it, kind of. Yeah, Cardinals lost to the Panthers today. They'll probably bounce back, but like I said, I thought they'd be better this year. Judging from those first 2 games, I thought that they probably win their first 5 games, but lost the last 2. No, you don't want to be a Jets fan. You don't want to be a Jets fan. You don't want that. Because being a Jets fan is somewhat like being a Giants fan, except you don't have your Super Bowls and your Hall of Fame players to lean on. So I wouldn't want to be a Jets fan. The Cardinals should beat the Jets by about 20 points. Yeah, I know the Cardinals don't have Super Bowls, but you guys actually have like a future to look forward to. The Jets right now are in shambles. Like, you guys have your quarterback. You got a young coach, so you got future, but the Jets don't look like they're going anywhere. The Jets are just I mean, they've ruined their quarterback. Kyler said he had 4,000-yard receivers. Yeah, I can't believe the Cardinals got beat like that by the Panthers though. Yeah, I mean DeAndre Hopkins will probably have 1,000, and somebody else might have a chance to if they can bounce back. But I don't think 4,000-yard receivers. That's not going to happen. Daniel Jones, I'm gonna just need you not to turn the ball over right here, and I'll be pretty satisfied. Of course, I want the touchdown, but don't turn the ball over. Take the points. Take the third down. Take the 3 points. I mean, and the ball got tipped. If it didn't get tipped, that would have been a first down. It's just that kind of season. It's just that kind of season. Wow, man, that would have been a first down. When Jason Garrett actually runs a great play, the ball gets tipped. Yeah, the Rams look like they're a contender again. 49ers look like contenders, even without their players. Again, like I said, we'll see what they do with the Eagles. I think they'll beat the Eagles today pretty easily. But that division looks crazy. It looks crazy to me. And this is without Mr. Trubisky. The 49ers look good. So we didn't turn the ball over. See, you have to take the small good things out of this. 3 drives and we didn't turn the ball over. There's actually something to build on. 3 drives and Daniel Jones has not turned the ball over. No one has fumbled. No one slipped on their route. So good job, guys. 7-3. Of course, when we look back on this game, we're going to wish that we scored a touchdown. But I mean, what can you do? And by the way, this is the worst our offensive line has looked so far to me. With the regular rest, these guys are just destroying our line. We've been able to get some solid pass protection most of this year when teams weren't blitzing, but no, yeah, like when teams weren't blitzing, we've been able to protect. Aaron Donald, I don't know if he has a sack. I didn't see the first drive, but he's been getting pressure all day. He's got a couple quarterback hits. I don't know EDP personally, but I know of his videos. EDP is gonna he's you're probably gonna get a nice video today from EDP uh, when the Eagles get blown out by the 49ers. This clown talking about these commercials. The WWE got so bad that they moved it to Fox because nobody wanted to watch SmackDown anymore. Yeah, but like I said, Aaron Donald, he's getting pressure. It's only a matter of time before he wrecks the game. Just hoping that he can hold on to the ball. That Cowboys game ended up being pretty good, but can you call it a blowout? They almost came back, but OBJ iced that game. He really iced it. So we're kicking off after our little 3 points. Our defense has a chance to redeem themselves. We'll see. Okay, Aaron Donald has a half of a sack. Okay. Here these guys go talking about 5 receivers, blah, 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 this and that. I mean, who cares, man? I mean, it's the Giants. Who cares how many receivers you hit? I want to see some pressure. Stop the run. Yeah, you're not stopping it. 4 yards on first down is never good. Huddling up, breaking the huddle. I mean, I know everybody said to start Daryl Henderson today, going against this defense. Robert Woods should be wide open. We're getting pressure, and he missed him. He missed Jefferson across the field. He missed him. He was open for a first down. So it's 3rd and 5. And I think that was Darnay Holmes almost knocked the ball out of Jared Goff's hands. See, that's what it looks like for a running back. Well, he didn't do that good of a job blocking, but he did his job, you know. He didn't let him get hit. Blocking the cornerback. They like to send the smallest, you know, least physically imposing secondary guys on these blitzes from the Giants. All right, can we get off the field on 3rd down? And he's down. Kyler Fackrell with the sack. Kyler Fackrell with his first sack of the year. Let's see if the Giants can build some momentum. Wow, we actually got a sack. Got off the field on 3rd down. Teams are converting like 58% against us on 3rd down. So let's hope that Johnny Hekker isn't faking this punt. All right, we're in business. Wish it was Jabril Peppers back there, but whoever we got, Golden Tate is getting us some yards. A good, 10 yards back? Anybody in this stream, go ahead and hit that like button. It'll push this stream out so more people can see it. See if we can get some momentum. All these commercials, though. So we got a turnover, a field goal, force the punt. This is the earliest we forced. We didn't force a punt all game last week, so we'll see. You said there goes O.J. Howard. O.J. Howard, what, he's injured? Let's see. O.J. Howard is injured? You think? I mean, you think he's out for the year? Achilles, yeah. The Achilles is tough. I mean, I agree with putting your best players on punt return, your best returners. I mean, Jabril Peppers got hurt on that kick block, but people get hurt playing football. Just put your best guys back there. Because CJ Board, we don't know, he might drop the ball. We know Tate is going to field it. We know he's shifty enough to get a couple yards. So just throw Tate back there. I don't care. It's not like he's going to get open. Because you can get hurt on every play in football. The Patriots have been putting their best players back there. Seahawks have been putting their best players back there. So I think a couple of other teams do that. So, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I just want to get some momentum going. You know, it would be great if we had Corey Coleman, and he'd be returning these punts, and he'd probably be flipping the field for us. But Corey Coleman is a free agent, and if you bring up Corey Coleman to Giants reporters or Giants, anybody, they say you're crazy because he's still a free agent. But seems like he's probably better at returning punts and kickoffs than, Corey Ballantyne is. All right, DJ back and a shotgun. This stadium is beautiful. All right, what can we get going? Okay, Devontae Freeman making some people miss for a nice 3-yard gain, but it was the most exciting play I've seen so far. And Dak had 500 yards again. Yeah, he's going to throw for 5,000 yards easy. See, I like Devontae Freeman. I think he can do some pretty good things for us. Good things, not great things, but I think he can make this a palatable season. Caden Smith and Devontae Freeman in the backfield. Let's hope that this is a legal formation. You got to get rid of the ball, man. You got to get rid of the ball. You can't just stand there holding the football. Like, you got to get rid of the ball. I don't know if anyone was open, but you've got to get rid of the ball. It's better than turning it over, definitely. But you got to get rid of the ball. That's too much time. You got to step up. Everyone was covered, but I think you got to step up and try to extend that play. But of course, if he steps up and he fumbles, then we call him a fumbler. So he didn't turn it over. Just don't hurt yourself. Let's see if we can pick up this long. Oh, so that's another sack, Michael Brockers. DJ almost got out of it. He had some space to run there, but we're going to be punting it back to the Rams. Hopefully we can flip field position. Yeah, this is the worst I've seen our offensive line look in just general pass protection this season. I wouldn't think that this was our biggest. I wouldn't think that this was our biggest opponent as far as, okay, he's got some space on this return, Cooper Kupp. Okay, Devontae Downs ran him out of bounds. But I wouldn't say that this was our most talented pass rush. I mean, of course, you got Aaron Donald, but we've faced some real pass rushers. And it seems like these guys, not even Aaron Donald as much as the edge guys, are getting the most pressure. Because Andrew Thomas just absolutely handled Bud Dupree, no difficulty. Like, there was a couple of times Bud Dupree thought that he'd be able to, get into his chest or swim past, and he just ran into Andrew Thomas's hands and he couldn't move. But whoever's studying film on Andrew Thomas, they're figuring out how to beat him because he's been giving up a little bit more pressure lately. I'm not going to say the EF word, that last left tackle we had, but Andrew Thomas is struggling right now. We'll see how he goes, see if he gets better. I think he'll be better than that guy because he actually has the feet, he has the punch, but he just doesn't want to get his hands inside. You can't really blame him. They taught him that in college. I mean, yeah, done deal. You can say that Jones is looking bad, but if you look at the field, there hasn't been anywhere for him to go with the ball. And he's been getting pressured instantly. So, I don't know what he's supposed to do at this point. Got to get some kind of space. So if our defense can get off the field this time, we have another chance. We got a turnover and a 3-and-out. Because our defense has been doing really good at forcing teams into these third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field on third down. So last time they were able to do it, see if they can do it this time. Yeah, if you're seeing football right now, then you're definitely way behind me. But you've probably seen everything that I've seen by now. Just coming off the commercial break, Aaron Donald is taking off his jersey so he can cool off. Wow. Okay, Jared Goff handing it off to Henderson. Let's see if we can stop the run. 2 yards on first now. We're doing pretty good. Oh, and Blake Martinez is injured. Here we go. Okay, he's not injured. That would have been a big loss. That would have been a real big loss to lose that guy. Okay. Controlled aggression. That's what Aaron Donald was saying. Controlled aggression. All right. Now that pass doesn't need to be completed. That pass should not be completed. Like that's his first read, and you just give him that first read that easily. I just hate the way that Philip Rivers throws the ball. They just showed the little highlight of him throwing a touchdown. I just hate the way he throws that ball. It looks so ugly. All right, we're at a 3rd and 3. Let's see if we can get off the field, and we can't. They're always picking on that second cornerback, consistently giving up first downs, whether it be Isaac Yadam, Corey Ballantyne, whoever. We don't have an answer. Maybe we should bring someone else in, or maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. Oh man, it's so ridiculous. They're throwing it to that second corner the entire game, and we can't do anything to stop it because no one over there can cover. No one over there can cover. Like just talk about just. All right, I can't get too mad over that Higby catch. Okay, we got a nice tip pass. All right, this is our chance to get off the field and not give up any points. 3rd and 5. Okay, they are in field goal range. But this is our chance to make them kick this field goal and not let it snowball. Now we've got 2 DBs on the right side and they've got 3 receivers. And we stopped them short of the first down. Hope to God that they don't go for it on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Now, if we can get a stop here, that'll definitely swing the momentum. But I don't see us getting a stop against the best offense in the league on 4th and 1. Oh boy, 4th and 1. Jared Goff has been looking good so far, so it's not looking good for us to be. I would have thought that this would be 4th and 2, but now they're resetting the clock. 1 second. But they play the Bears on Thursday. Yeah, the Bears are going to lose bad to the Buccaneers. Not sure about that game. These Thursday night games look bad. They always look bad and boring. All right, 4th and 1. I'm thinking that this will be some kind of a sweep. They love running these sweeps, and we almost stopped them, and we didn't. Well, I mean, Armin, you can live stream the game if you want, but I mean, they're going to take it down. I can't believe that. All of these first round picks on the defensive line, all of these, high value players, and you can't stop anyone in short yardage situations. Malcolm Brown cutting back, 9-yard run. Every time Austin Johnson gets on the field, it's a sieve over there. They run right into Austin Johnson. Who is that? Okay, that time that was Dalvin Thomas, and he got washed off the line. That's a nice play for a negative yards. A Kyler Fackrell who had the sack earlier. Yeah, they couldn't stop anyone in short yardage. And with more misdirection, they picked up another first down. Like no one sets the edge, and they keep running these misdirection plays against us, and we're not doing much to stop it. And this is looking like they're probably going to score, which will be 14-3, which is an insurmountable lead if you're as bad a team as the Giants are. Like just a all-around bad team. Here we go with another Baker Mayfield commercial. All right, can you guys keep him out of the end zone? One thing we know about the Rams is with the ball this close to the end zone, they're not going to kick a field goal. Unless it's something crazy like they get sacked for like a 10-yard loss, they're not kicking a field goal. They're going for a touchdown. All right. Oh, Austin Johnson with the sack. Someone missed their assignment. Someone missed their assignment. They let the defensive tackle run right up the field, and he's going to get credit for that. But, I mean, no one blocked him. I don't know how you leave the defensive tackle unblocked, but they did. That looks very Giants-like. So let's see if we can get some momentum, maybe force a turnover. James Bradberry is on an island, and they're running a screen, and Dalvin Thomason ran it down. All right. So they're behind the chains. I've been impressed with how our defensive linemen, our three front defensive linemen, has handled these screens. They've pretty much been running them down. All right, 3rd and goal. Can we keep them out of the end zone? Another screen, and they get about no yards, maybe about an inch. That time, James Bradberry was in the slot, and they tried to throw a screen to Robert Woods. It didn't work out. All the people that started Robert Woods today in their fantasy league because he was playing the Giants, you picked the wrong time to start him because he's playing against the second best corner in the league so far this year. and they kicked a field goal, so we're down 7 points. Defense did their job. The defense did their job. Offense has to step up and match them, but overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the defense. They haven't broken yet. It's only a matter of time, though. The offense doesn't, put together a drive and give them a break. But they haven't folded yet. Yeah, we have a chance. We have a chance to keep it a little bit closer than what people think. I mean, we're 12-point underdogs, so if we can close that, we'll prove everybody wrong. But I think what pretty much killed that is the fact that they left Austin Johnson, the defensive tackle, unblocked on the goal line. You can't really do that. That killed their whole drive. And we see the same like 5 or 6 commercials when we see these games. About 5 or 6, you know, Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, same couple of commercials. Ah, commercials are just the worst when you're just trying to watch your team play football. But yeah, so far I think we're doing pretty solid. We just need our offense to do something. If they can block, give us a semblance of some blocks. And receivers can get open. Damian Ratley was doing pretty good earlier, but if we can put together something on offense, this might be something of an entertaining game. See what we can do. Back in the game. No, I don't want to see Corey Ballantyne bring this ball out because he hasn't been effective in any way so far. But he probably will. Okay, so it's a touchback. Starting at the 25. I like that. We're not starting off at the 12-yard line because an idiot decided to bring it out. How about the Cowboys, though? 1-3. If the Giants manage to somehow, luck out and win this game, the Giants manage to somehow luck out and win this game, they'd be tied for first place in the division. Isn't that ridiculous? Wayne Gallman making plays. He had a chance to make plays, and he had a chance to get to the outside, but he just stopped running. But he made a great cutback. I don't know what that was all about. So far we're on pace to have more rushing yards than what we thought. See if Daniel Jones can get something going on in the passing game. Bad snap by Nick Gates, so Daniel Jones had to take it and pick up 2 yards. So we're in the 3rd and 4. Wow, he caught that with his fingertips. So that was a design read option, but because of the bad snap, he had to go ahead and take his 2 yards and wait for the next play. So 3rd and 4 on our own 30-yard line. See if we can overcome this bad snap. Another strange formation. Let's see if we can get a strange play. Golden Tate wide open for the first down, and he's up the field across the 40-yard line. So this is the end of the second quarter. Let's see if we can get something going. Last couple of weeks, we've been giving up touchdowns in the end of these halves. So let's see if we can get a touchdown ourselves. Well, and that was on Jalen Ramsey. Golden Tate's not taking any hits this year. He's just he's just getting on the ground. Let's see if we can get this touchdown before the end of the half. Daniel Jones is 5 for 7. See, the time of possession is crazy. Daniel Jones 5 for 7. He's only thrown the ball 7 times for 25, 26 yards. So far, so good. We're in the game. If we can score here, we're going to tie up the game. So I'll take what I can get. We used to get about 5 or 6 wild plays a week from Daniel Jones. We can get just half of that, and we look like we might have a chance. Our defense is matching up pretty well against them. Time is flying. Time is flying. I did not expect it to be the only 2 minutes in the second quarter this fast, but creeping up on halftime. Let's check to see what else is going on in the league. We got Buffalo up 14-3. Colts up 7-0. And that's what else is going on in the league. I think the others, the big header game was supposed to be the Chiefs and the Patriots, but didn't happen. How good is Josh Allen this year, though? Yeah, I have no interest in seeing that Colts game. Like I said, Phillip Rivers his throwing motion just makes me sick. All right, so we tried to get a little run play going. We got 4 yards out of that. The Giants have to feel good that they're in this game. So did Joe Judge just take a timeout? Why? Okay, the Rams took a timeout. They're trying to get the ball back, but I think we're going to be able to do something with this. Who is that just caught that pass for Josh Allen? Caught a touchdown for him. Is that Jeremy Davis that caught a touchdown for Josh Allen today? Okay, we're getting a little bit going on with this ground game. They're having to respect this option, and now we're on third and 2. So that was not Jeremy Davis. That was Gabriel Davis. Jeremy Davis must still be a free agent. That 6th-round wide receiver we took about 5 or 6 years ago. Surprised he's still in the league. About 1:14 left. Lining up in the shotgun. Evan Ingram at the top of the screen. All right, we're able to get this first down. Golden Tate across the 40-yard line. A nice little sustained drive we're putting together here. Daniel Jones making a throw with the defense blitzer in his face. Evan Ingram in the slot. Looks like they're sending another blitz. Daniel Jones with another throw as Darius Slayton drops it. That's what we... Wow. Let's see if Darius Slayton let it hit him in his chest. And he drops it. That looks like a fumble. But hopefully it's not. That's just, whenever we get these wide open passes, we have got to connect on it. We cannot have these drop passes. So we're already kind of on the edge of field goal range. Daniel Jones with another drop. Another drop by CJ Board. Another great throw by Daniel Jones and another drop by one of these Giants wide receivers. Now, it would have been a great catch, but you have got to make these catches. So let's at least, if we can't convert this third down, let's get in the field goal range and let's come out of this drive with some points. Dion Lewis across the middle, and he's down for the first down. Let's call the timeout. Wow, the Giants ran the ball on a third down for a first down. Can't imagine that. The draw play on the third and long actually works. Everybody picked up their man. Wow. I'll say it. That's a great play call. That is a great play call from Jason Garrett. 20 seconds left in 1st and 10. We're in field goal range. No turnovers. Let's keep this momentum. And another strange formation. Dion Lewis with a catch on the sideline. Yeah, Daniel Jones is getting screwed, but, we're still moving the ball. 15 seconds left. We're on the 25 and an inch. We have a chance to throw this into the end zone. But we also don't want to turn over the football. And I think this, I don't want to jinx it. Don't want to jinx it. This might be the first half this season where we don't turn over the football. First half at least. 4-man rush. See if Daniel can move around. Can Evan Ingram get out of bounds? Yes. 9 seconds left. That looked like a first down to me. Looked like a bad spot, but now it looks like Jason Garrett is actually running, some plays that are getting people open. Can't believe it. I cannot believe it. He's actually running some plays that fit our player skill set. So Daniel Jones' arm got hit. I'm pretty sure the ball got tipped, but now we're going to go ahead and kick this field goal. If we can get this is actually some momentum because they're going to feel like if we didn't run out of time, we would have scored. Just make this field goal, Graham Gano, and we're going into halftime down by 4. All right, guys, we are trailing by 4 points. 4 points at the half to the team that was supposed to blow us out by 20. So we got to keep our foot on the gas and we got to keep this moving. So I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're looking pretty good at the half. Now, of course, we want our 2 field goals that have been touchdowns, but we held them to 10 points, number 1 offense in the league, and we're only down by 4. They're going to get the ball at the end of this half. When we come out of this half. So of course we got to keep playing defense, but we're looking good at the half. What's going on, Diablo? How you think we're looking? What do you think of this first half? I want to see some more explosion out of this offense, but in that 2-minute drill, Jason Garrett actually gave me faith that he knows how to call plays. Of course, Darius Slayton is dropping passes all over the field, but what can you do about that? Not much. Yeah, we got to get in the end zone. We got to hope that happens in the second half. But as far as the first half goes, I think at the end of this half, I think that was a drive that we might have been able to get a touchdown out of if we weren't racing against the clock. The Jags, okay, Reese, halftime. I'm just going to just funnel off some questions to you guys. Reese, what do you think about the Jaguars right now? Do you feel like you guys are tanking? Because I, for once, I like Gardner Minshew. I think Gardner Minshew is a good quarterback. But a lot of people say that you guys are trying to get Trevor. But I don't think your team is bad enough. Everyone thought it would be, but doesn't look like you guys are going to get Trevor. Yeah, I really like Gardner Minshew. I think that now I argued all offseason that, from the seasons that people had, I argued that Daniel Jones should have won the rookie of the year over Kyler Murray, but the only other guy that I thought should win it over, both of them was Gardner Minshew because he had the stats. His stats look great and he won some games. Oh yeah, I mean, I know the feeling the Giants have had we've had the worst win-loss record since I think the end of 2016. So I know how you feel. Now, of course, 10 years ago the Giants were in the Super Bowl, but uh, yeah, it's definitely rough. I couldn't imagine this for 10, 15 plus years, but it looks like we might be on that path in New York. Too many touchdowns that Russell Wilson throw. Yeah, front office ownership. That's pretty much whenever you have a bad team for more than 5 or 6 years. That's ownership, front office problems. It's just these teams are at the end of the day are organizations. They're businesses, and if you can't run a business right, your product is going to be horrible. Oh, look at Teddy Bridgewater did that. He has no business doing that. I did not see that run by Teddy Bridgewater. That's ridiculous. So let's see, how many touchdowns did Russell Wilson throw today? Russell Wilson he threw an interception today. It probably wasn't his fault. He threw two touchdowns today, so he kind of slowed down. But just to have multiple touchdowns in this game, that's putting him on pace for a good amount of touchdowns. But yeah, what do you think of Tom Coughlin, Reese? I feel like Tom Coughlin. I don't know what he did when he went down there, but I heard some stuff that he was acting crazy down there. Heard that Tom Coughlin he was off his meds down there. Now they're doing their little halftime breakdown. Giants are looking good compared to what people thought. They thought we'd probably be down about 24-0 at this point. So definitely nice job before the end of that half. If you told me we'd be down 4 points at the half, I would take it all day. All we got to do is, continue this momentum and get a punt or get a turnover out of this half and put the ball in the end zone. At that point, it becomes an actual game. If we can't do that, we didn't capitalize. NFC East records right now: Washington 1-3, Dallas 1-3, Philly 0-2-1, New York Giants 0-3. The NFC, like I said, we could win this NFC. We could win this game today. I don't know if we win today, but if the Giants won this game today, we would be tied for first place. Mind you, this is in the same season where people are saying that we're tanking for Tua. Not for Tua, tanking for Trevor. This is in the same season that we're tanking for Trevor, and everybody wants us, to lose all of these games. We're one game out of first place. Now, I'm not one of those guys who just says we're one game out of first place. Look how, we can make the playoffs. We can win the Super Bowl. I'm not one of those guys. But that just tells you how bad this division is. You're 0-3, and you can win one game and be tied for first place in your division. With the Redskins and Cowboys coming up. I'm pretty sure we play the Cowboys next week. Pretty sure we do. So the Cowboys, they've got a chance to establish themselves as a dominant team next week against the Giants. But we've got a chance to put up some points if their defense is going to play this bad. But yeah, I think we got to come out in the second half and do what Joe Judge says. Come out for 60 minutes, punch you in the mouth for 60 minutes, play hard-nosed football, all of the stuff he said. If we can do that, then we'll have a shot, which would be hilarious because, being honest, this team is probably the second best team that we've played so far this year. And it looks like we might have a shot to – yeah, the Cowboys' offense is ridiculous. We might be able to finally score against the Cowboys and do something, but they might put up 50, 60 points against us. That's entirely too many weapons. And now you got people like Cedric Wilson stepping up. Like, it's ridiculous. You can't cover all of those guys at all. And then you got to worry about Zeke. Like, Dak looks like he might throw for 5,500 yards. And just think about how easy it is to change the narrative. If Dak would have come back and won that game today, he'd be an MVP candidate. Because, that's his second huge come from behind victory. And he's got, all of these yards and all these touchdowns, but didn't work out for him. And now, he's a laughing stock. And I'm still mad that I benched Odell today on accident. I'm so mad about that. 73 yards rushing and a touchdown, 81 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. I really lost it on this one. And watch, I'll finally start him next week. He'll get 1 catch. Yeah, Odell carried that team. Still mad about that. Like, I set my lineup. I set him as my starter, but for some reason, this ESPN fantasy app did not save it. And that's 38 fantasy points on the bench, and I'm losing by 11. Lamar had, a decent game, 3 touchdowns. But I got to just hope that Darius Slayton has a big second half. But it's not looking likely, especially if he's going to be dropping passes like that. That looked like Giants Odell today. A guy who, anytime he touches the ball, he can score. Makes you think, should we have traded for him? I mean, is Dexter Lawrence making the occasional good play and Jabril Peppers worth, Odell? Who knows? Dexter Lawrence isn't getting a pass rush right now, so first week he was, he was really moving the pocket, but I'd rather have Odell. But he was talking so much trash about the organization and Eli, he was going to have to go. No, Odell didn't change at all. It's just he finally was able to show it, which is funny because he got one of his touchdowns from Jarvis. Jarvis threw the first touchdown to Odell. So take from that what you want. Baker doesn't really like to look his way. Look at this defense. 183 total yards between these two teams in the first half. So these defenses are playing well. Special teams is looking good. All right, guys, let's get a stop. Let's get a stop. See, I don't like low scoring games because I just want to see something exciting. I don't like the adrenaline that goes, oh, that's an interception. That's an interception. That's what we need. This is how you win a game like this. This is how you do it. I don't want to see these guys running into the end zone to celebrate and take pictures. I don't want to see that. If you're not scoring a touchdown, you have no business in the end zone. But great play. I think that's Sean Chandler. Oh, and that's a drop. Oh no, 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 that's a catch. Okay, that's not a safety. That's our rookie linebacker, 7th round pick, Tate Crowder. So that ball never hit the ground. That ball never hit the ground. Wow. What a play. That play is going to stand at the very least. So we've got a good play. Got a chance to get in that end zone and take the lead. This might be our first second half lead of the season if we can get in the end zone. They're going to review it, but that ball didn't touch the ground. And if it did, there's no evidence to show that it hit the ground. So it looks like it's going to be Giants ball at like what, the 30-yard line, 20-something yard line. This is why the analytics people say if you're going to throw the football in the tight coverage, you want to throw it down the field because, at least you're not in your own territory. But if the Giants can come out of this game with a win and no turnovers, that would be music to my ears. Daniel Jones is looking for his first touchdown since week 1. This is bad. This is a guy who threw a touchdown in every single game for 13 games straight to start his career. So looking to get back on that board. Meanwhile, SportsCenter coming out with Dak stats. Only player, the only player in NFL history to throw for 450 yards plus in 3 straight games. Yeah, Dak, like I said, he might get 5,500 yards this year. Oh man, this game is going in the Giants' favor so far. We're playing defense. We just got to get it in the end zone. There's no proof that it touched the ground. It doesn't look like the ball touched the ground at all. Oh wow, they're saying that it hit the ground. It did not hit the ground. So apparently the Rams are getting a home field advantage. This changes everything. Let's see. Let's see if they can show us an angle where it definitively touched the ground. Okay, from this angle, it looks like it did touch the ground. But from that other angle, they didn't have enough to overturn that. I thought that they would give us this play, but seeming like it hit the ground. All right. So we got to force a stop, and they got to come back and play defense. They can't let that get in their head. And see, that's why I don't like seeing players come out. Yep, and this is why you don't come out and catch an interception and run all the way to the end zone to celebrate because you got to come back and play. Come on, make this tackle. Blake Martinez, thank you. We all got to finish it off in the red zone. We got to keep them out of the red zone, though. I'm liking the way this defense is playing. It's a 3-yard run right there, so it'll be 2nd and 8. Second and 8. Or 3rd and 8, I mean. So let's see if we can get off the field on this 3rd and long. Playing man coverage across. Let's come up and make this tackle, please. And we did it. So they're going to punt it back to us. All right, so they'll punt it back to us. I like the way this Giants defense is playing. It's looking like this new addition at corner is not a liability. And what a boot by Johnny Hekker. Wow. So the Giants will get this ball and, have a chance to come out and get a touchdown. So that cornerback, Ryan Lewis, looks like he's making the defense a little bit better. I did not expect this game to be this close this late. All we got to do is just keep playing the defense that we're playing and make this step up on offense. And I think we're going to be looking good. Hopefully Jason Garrett can keep this creativity going on with the play calling and not run, 5 people running comeback routes at once so they're all taking up the same area. Seems like Jason Garrett's best plays are out of an empty set. Because in a more generic pass settings, he's not doing it. And Dundee is hating on the Ram, hating on the Giants. Dundee, I tried to tell you that San Francisco team last week, they've all been in that offense for years. They've all been in that same defense for years. They had Dion Jordan and Kerry Hyder at the defensive end spots. That team is not a joke. And they're going to show you today against the Eagles. But the Rams they got to get into it. They got to step up. But I don't think they will. I think it'll be a close game for most of this game, man. It'll be about who can make those couple of plays. That's what I'm saying. No turnovers. Let's keep it that way. We want to see clean, positive football. Fundamentally sound, clean football. And they're going to hand this football off. And I like we're not getting tackled for a loss. Of course, I'd like to get more yards on these first down runs, but I like that we're not getting tackled for a loss. All right, we're in the shotgun. Another interesting formation. I'm liking that Jason Garrett is finally being creative. Caden Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram for a first down. Okay. It's like Jason Garrett finally, it's like a light bulb went off in his head. And what's going on with the penalties? What are these guys doing? What are they doing? I don't understand what they're doing. This better not set the Giants back. This better not set us back. I don't understand why this is going on. Like you're in the game against a better team and you're getting into fights. And like you don't need to be hurting the team right now. Luckily, Aaron Donald punched him back, but why are you putting your hand in his face? And now Aaron Donald is going to line up, and you're making this guy who's a generational talent angry. Thought your object was to protect your quarterback. Lining up right over top of you. Now Golden Tate gets tackled for a negative gain. And that's the right play call. But that safety read that play all the way from the beginning. You know, they're sending a blitz like that. You want to run a screen, but the safety came up and read that play. So we're at a 2nd and 11. Hopefully this is not a run play. Thank you. Damian Ratley came back to the football, and he didn't let that get intercepted like so many low-energy receivers would. You know, he gives his guys a chance on these timing routes, and he actually came back to the ball. He actually came back to the football. Thank you so much, Damian Ratley. So we're in a 3rd and 3. That's very manageable. Let's pick this up and let's get into the end zone. Let's pick this up and let's get into the end zone. Evan Ingram across the field. Evan Ingram on another crossing route. He's figuring out that they cannot guard Evan Ingram on these crossing routes. If they're going to play this zone, I mean, either way, they can't defend him on these crossing routes. All we need is for him to make these catches, which he's doing today. So I'm imagining this will be a run. Okay. So it's looking like we're creating holes. Not big holes, but we're creating holes in the run game. We're running the ball. We're not getting negative runs. 6 rushes for 16 yards, nothing crazy, but, you know, you got to account for it. Deion Lewis had that 110-yard run. So we're back in the shotgun. Another read option, and Devontae Freeman gets a yard. So we're at a 3rd and 6. It's looking like this defense is sitting on all of these DJ Reed options. They're not letting Daniel Jones take the ball, which might be smart because when Daniel Jones keeps the ball, we've been getting like 20, 30-yard rushes. So they're sitting on all of this. We're in the 3rd and 6. One more first down, we're in field goal range. but we need to get in the end zone. Nice block by the running back. And Daniel Jones looks like he missed Slayton and he got hit by Michael Brockers on that throw. 4th and 6, and they're looking like they're going to punt it. So I guess you do have to punt. You're in a close game. Let's see if we can field this inside our. All right. So they're starting inside their own 10. I wish we would have gotten to score a touchdown, but we'll see if we can get the ball back. But at least it feels like we're actually, in the game. We've seen our offense with the ball. We're not getting killed in time of possession so far. So still a close game. What's our time of possession right now? Yeah, 18 minutes to 18 minutes. So it's looking beautiful right now as far as that goes. See if our defense can keep playing like this. Now, this is an otherwise boring game, but for Giants fans, this has to be relief. This has to be a relief to see this, this close. When everybody was predicting us to lose like 36-3 or something like that, of course, cross my fingers. Something could happen that we don't want to happen, and it could end up being like how people thought. But for right now, we're looking good. We're looking real good. Yeah, I mean, with football, you just got to throw out all logic. Throw out all logic. People thought that the Rams were just going to run all over us, but you got to throw out all logic. It's football. These guys are mad from what happened last week. People are talking trash about them, so they're going to stand up. The only thing is, are the Rams going to show that they're the better team and put us away? We'll see. Coming up on 2 hours and 43 minutes. I've been streaming. So I might as well go the whole game. We're already in the third quarter. But how about that stadium? That stadium looks amazing. All right, let's get some negative plays for them. Let's get a turnover. Jared Goff is 16 for 20 for 107 yards. So see if we can get a turnover here. It looked like Blake Martinez shot that gap, but he shot the wrong gap and they picked up 4 yards. This isn't what we want. We want a 3 and out here so we can flip field position. Robert Woods is wide open across the middle of the field, and that's their first down. Yeah, they're probably going to stay in this hurry up, and it's up to our defense to respond, force some incompletions, and Kyler Fackrell is injured. So Kyler Fackrell is down. O'Shane Ximines is out for a little while. So we're looking at Marcus Golden, Lorenzo Carter, and those are the two guys we're looking at. Jason Witten with a touchdown. That's just hilarious. Jason Witten is finding a way to get his one catch every game. But I think Kyler Fackrell will be back. Who knows what's going on with him? Seems like they cut Marcus Golden's playtime by a lot. Like it seems like he was on the field a lot more last year, which makes sense. But I mean, he was our leading sack guy last year, so I would expect him to get some more snaps. So him and Lorenzo Carter on the field together doesn't seem too bad. So we got Darnay Holmes messed up against Cooper Kupp. Oh, Dexter Lawrence flattened him. My God. Dexter Lawrence absolutely flattened him. Oh my God. I've never seen that. Just in that, he absolutely flattened that running back. So a 2nd and 10. All right, Darnay Holmes. It looked like Marcus Golden had a chance at that interception, but now they're in a 3rd and 11. Dexter Lawrence coming off the field on 3rd down. BJ Hill checking in. Again, we got all these defensive tackles. Let's see if we can do something. BJ Hill and Leonard Williams. Marcus Golden and Lorenzo Carter. See if we can get some pressure. No, we can't. And Jared Goff overthrows Josh Reynolds. So they're going to punt it right back to us. Giants defense takes a stand again. And look at Ryan Lewis playing he's actually playing great coverage across from James Bradberry. So it looks like we might have finally found our guy across from James Bradberry, at least for this game. Oh, and Golden Tate. Okay, he got about 6 yards on that, but it looked like he might go for more. So it looks like we're going to set up at around the 30, 40 yard line. Couldn't see from that angle. So guys, I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back for this Daniel Jones touchdown. It should be happening real soon. All right, I see people talking trash about the Giants right here. Well, now Devontae Freeman has been getting these 3-yard carries, but it's better than negative rushing yards, so I'll take them. Giants are getting a good solid 3 yards every carry, so I like it. I'll take it. Play action right here. This is what you call a defensive game. And that's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if he's regressed or if it's Jason Garrett's offense. You got to also realize that he didn't have an offseason and he's in a new offense. So I'll give him, like I said, until the end of this season to show me who he is. Extending the play right here. Looking like he's going to run for it, and he's a yard short. I got to imagine that they're going to go for this. After a run like this, you got to imagine they're going to go for it. What's up, MRC football? We got a 4th and 1 to convert right here, so let's get it done. We're 5 for 6 this year on 4th down. I think we're going to pick this up. Thank you. Catch the ball. I'm so used to these guys dropping these balls in these crucial situations, but Caden Smith has got. I'm so glad that Caden Smith caught that pass. So now we're on the 38. Daniel Jones makes a guy miss, picks up a nice 7-yard gain. 5 or 6, I think. All right, they're going to call it a 2nd and 5. Hopefully you guys can hear me better now. I had my mic, on the ground, basically. So hopefully you guys can hear me better. Thank you. Daniel Jones makes a great play off of that RPO. First down to Slayton. Daniel Jones and Lamar Jackson are the 2 leading rushers for their teams. I think this RPO is Daniel Jones's, his ticket to, running a great offense. Slayton has been getting the ball, but he's been dropping the ball. So it's glad to see that he finally caught it. Now you give it to the running back, and you get a first down. See, when you have to worry about that passing game and that quarterback running, the running lane's open. Nice little Zeitler working to the 2nd level. Looks great. It's the best looking drive I've seen since Pittsburgh week 1. All right, people moving around. 2 wide receivers to the right, Evan Ingram to the left. Devontae Freeman picking up more tough yards, another 6-yard gain, but that's looking like it's going to come back. It's looking like that's a 10-yard penalty holding. That sucks, but hopefully we can overcome. So that's a 5-yard penalty, not a holding penalty. So it's not 10 yards, so it's a little bit better. But we don't want any stupid penalties like that. Yeah, I know it probably feels crazy to see the Giants in this game against the Rams as a Rams fan. I'd be annoyed. This is a game that you probably thought you could just take off and relax and see your team go up by 20 and just relax, have a good game. But it's a tough game. Devontae Freeman up the field. Devontae Freeman is getting comfortable now, and we're back in a second and manageable. Looking like a 2nd and 6. It looks like Jason Garrett is finally starting to figure out how to use these guys. Yeah, I thought we were the worst team by far, but I saw that Jets and Broncos game, and I said we might be a little bit better than them. And I feel like the 49ers are better. Is that a false start? Or is that an offside? That's a false start. Wow. Another 5-yard penalty. So we got to overcome 2 5-yard penalties if we want to score on this drive. We overcame the first one, got in the second and manageable, and now we're in a 2nd and long. 2nd and 11. One thing, we're definitely leading in time of possession now, I would imagine. About 4 minutes leading time of possession. So now they're going to go ahead and switch sides of the field. Hopefully that doesn't lose our momentum. Yeah, they just happen, you know. Especially with a bad team, they're probably like, "Oh, we're in a position to win." And he's getting nervous. We just got to overcome it. We got to get in the end zone. I mean, Daniel Jones, all of those touchdowns he threw last year, he's got to get back in the rhythm and throwing some more of these. I started this game just wanting to see some exciting plays, some exciting football from the Giants, and they've kept themselves in the game. It's not a high scoring game, but let's get in the end zone here. A 6-10 game with the number one offense in the league. Like what? Like who could think these things up? You're playing the number one offense in the league after you just got ran out of the building by Nick Mullins, and you've only given up 10 points to the Rams through 3 quarters. This is amazing. We just got to keep our foot on the gas, keep playing that great defense. If our offense can get in the end zone, that's only going to make our defense play that much harder. So let's look at what's going on through the rest of the league. Indianapolis is up. Buffalo is up. Pretty much what I expected. I thought that Nick Foles would probably be a little bit better and what he's playing as right now, but I guess he lost his momentum. But Buffalo should be winning against Vegas. I made a video, I think, about 2 weeks ago about the Raiders, and ever since then they've proven me wrong. I thought that thought they had a good chance to be good this year, but they're proving me wrong. They're playing bad football. All right, Darius Slayton, hold on to the football. Now we're at a 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. So this is our time to take a shot in the end zone. If we see a touchdown, then this is probably the play we'll see it on. Yeah, it was a good decision last week because Nick Foles got 3 touchdowns at the end of that game. But let's see. Can we get in the end zone? Just too high for Darius Slayton in the back of that end zone. But they had good coverage. So we're going to have to settle for another field goal. I mean, you can't do this with these good teams. You cannot continue to settle for these good teams with field goals. I feel like there wasn't enough room to fit that ball there. MRC, it wasn't necessarily a bad pass. It was the fact that he waited too long for that route to develop. If he would have hit him a little bit earlier, he would have had the room to throw it to him. He just waited way too long. Like, I don't know if it's because he doesn't understand this new offense, why he's holding the ball like this and not making decisions, but he waited way too long to throw that ball, so we had to take a field goal. 10-9. So now our defense has to go out there again and stop this offense that's the number 1 offense in the league from scoring. We'll see what they can do. You just got to believe that DJ last year will make that throw, earlier and give his receiver a chance. But for whatever reason, if he's still processing this offense, he didn't make the throw. But that was our best drive we've seen in weeks. I'll tell you that much. I think we're at around 76 rushing yards, which is more than I think we've had all year. Over 4 yards a carry, so all I want is just to stay in this game and have a chance to win it at the end. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dundee. If he threw it lower, it would have gotten intercepted. So he didn't really have any spot to throw it to. But if he would have thrown it sooner, there might have been room in the back of the end zone. But other than that, they had really good coverage. But I mean, you got to get the ball in the end zone in that situation in general. Coming up on just over 3 hours streaming now. 7 quarters without a touchdown. Wow. Yeah, this offense has got to get in the end zone if they want to win this game. Because we can only hold this team down. Our defense is going to continue to play. All right, we got to tackle him. All of those arm tackles are not going to do it when you have a running back returning a kick. Like, you got to tackle that guy. You cannot try to tackle him with your arm. It's ridiculous. About 20 yards of about 20 yards of extra yards because he decided to. Wow. So now they're starting off about 5 yards from their 40-yard line, and our defense has to step up again against all odds. And this is a tough matchup. All right, now go and stop the run. 2-yard gain. Overall, I'm excited with how this defense is playing. We just got to keep it going because our offense seems like they don't want to step up. So we've got to give this offense some energy. Hopefully, this will come from this defensive possession. And we're getting pressure. And can we make this tackle? Yes, we can. Blake Martinez is flying all over the field. We look like how we did week 1 in that first half. Wow. Flying all over the field. Yeah, that was a great play. I hated that Blake Martinez signing, but he's made some great plays this season. Him and Bradbury. So we're in the 3rd and 6. Let's see if we can get off the field. And that's an overthrow. Hopefully there's no flags. No flags. So it's going the other way. We force another 3 and out. I'm so excited to say that we might have found our cornerback outside of James Bradbury. We might have found our guy. He's staying with these guys. Wow. Ryan Lewis. And that's going in the end zone, so we'll get the ball at the 20. Now, if we kick a field goal, we're in the lead. But we need a touchdown. We got to get a touchdown against this. Our defense is playing really well, but we have to get a touchdown against the #1 offense in the league. Our defense is doing what they did week 1 against the Steelers and the second half against the Bears. They are playing, lockdown defense. I don't think we've given up 200 yards. 151 total yards. So they're doing their job. We just need this offense to do their job. They put together a great drive last drive, but they didn't get it in the end zone. See if we can turn it around this time. Of course, continue. I don't even want to say it. I'm going to just say continue to play clean football. Continue to play that clean football and, get positive gains. That's how you put together good drives. And I'm pretty sure it's going to start to look like we're dominating time of possession after this drive, which is what we've been dominated in the past, 5-6 games. We've been getting dominated. Not 5-6, felt like 5 or 6. We've only played 3 games, but the past 3 weeks we've gotten dominated in time of possession. So we're up at this point. See what we can get going. Get out of this commercial. All right, Wayne Gallman in the backfield. More motion before the snap. Seems like that's been working. CJ Board across the formation into the slot. And Wayne Gallman touches the football. And Wayne Gallman, he's through the defense. Hold on to the football. That's a 20-yard run. I predicted that before this game as a joke, and we finally got one. What a great run, and some great blocking from everybody on the offensive line. We're finally seeing this running game come alive. You know, maybe I need to shut my mouth. Maybe Jason Garrett knows what he's doing. He just had to keep at it. That's a nice 4-yard run right there. We're not going backwards. Second and 6. We're getting in these second and manageables. And we handed it off again, and we get another 4 yards. So now it'll be 3rd and 2 in Rams territory. So now we're going to get to see how this Rams defense responds to this running game. Are they going to start sending off some run blitzes? Are we going to get a chance to run some play action? Looking like we're building some momentum here. Yeah, let's go Giants. What a great throw. And he got leveled on 3rd down. So all of that momentum is gone. Just a weird play design by Jason Garrett, but all of that momentum has been ruined because Dion Lewis looked like he missed that block. He got absolutely leveled by Jalen Ramsey. So that momentum that we had basically got us to flip field position, and hopefully we can get them inside of the 10-yard line, which we do. So the Giants were able to run the ball, but from that one strange play called by Jason Garrett, we have to punt. So our defense is back on the field against this great offense. See if we can get another stop. Let's see if we can continue to run this ball whenever we get the ball back. That'll make me feel a lot better. We were in Ram territory, but we lost about 2 yards on that. It was some strange play design by Jason Garrett where it was like a double reverse, and then he threw it to a wide receiver coming across the field, and we ended up having to punt. Yep, Jason Garrett will do it to you every time. As soon as I gave him credit, I don't know what that play was. We were running the ball down their throats. I would just run an option with Daniel Jones or run the ball again. And the worst case scenario is he run it again on 4th down. But that's the way it goes. Yeah, Dixon has been having a great year at punter this year. He's the only guy that's been having a great year, him and James Bradberry. Let's see what this defense can do again against the number one offense in the league. With 9 minutes left, it would have been great to get on the board and get that touchdown. But we've been giving them enough breaks, so let's see if they can stay fresh, get after the quarterback. Come up and make this tackle, please. I ended up getting about 3 or 4 yards. $151 total yards for the Rams so far. One thing about Zimenez going out with an injury is that he's definitely our worst run stopping outside linebacker we have. So he's probably contributed to a lot of the runs that we've given up. And we're playing entirely too far off of the receivers. I don't understand why we're doing that. So now we're in the 3rd and 1. Way too manageable for them. Let's see if we can make a play though. Let's see. Can we stop them on this 3rd and 1 and get our offense back the ball so we can run the ball again? And no. They get 6 yards on 3rd and 1. Oh no, there's some Rams fans in the chat so far. I've seen some. That's entirely too much time for Jared Goff. Getting comfortable back there. And they're hurrying it up now. So let's see if we can get them to get out of this offense again by forcing an incompletion. Ryan Lewis looking lost after I gave him props earlier. All right, we're getting pressure. That's not a catch. Yeah, that looks like a drop to me. It looks like it was on the ground. Yeah, that is a drop. I don't know why Malcolm Brown tried to argue against it, but that's a drop. So it's a 2nd and 10. They're out of that hurry up offense. Come on now, come up and make these tackles. 3rd and 3. If we can get off the field here, we can get back to what we were doing, keep this momentum. And Cooper Kupp catches it, and now he's going to run it in. So that helps my fantasy team, but it doesn't help the Giants defense. I mean, this is probably our first big play we've given up down the field the entire season. And you would expect that from the number one offense in the league. So now we're down by a possession, and if we score, we're going to have to go for 2. Looks like a cover 2 when he just got into the middle of the field. Yep, and he got right behind the linebacker in the cover 2 with busted coverage. Yeah, it looks like someone busted their coverage. They came down. So we don't want to let them build off of that, but we want to come out and continue to run the football and try to get in the end zone. I mean, we're down by 8 points. All Daniel Jones has to do is score a touchdown and go for two. See if he can do that, but I don't know if it would be that crazy. 8 point comeback, 6 minutes left. One thing that's good though is that our defense didn't give up that touchdown, after a 9 minute drive like they usually do in the fourth quarter. Let's check on these other games. Buffalo 17-16. Las Vegas is coming back. Indianapolis 13-3. Looks like the Indianapolis is probably going to win that game. And who knows what's going to happen with Buffalo and Vegas. I mean, Daniel Jones has had some big. He had the game winner against the Bucks. He had the game winner against the Redskins. I can say that because they were that team back then. And he had a couple of games where he has had a lot of touchdowns. So, but yeah, I need them to get in the end zone on this drive. I just can't imagine this guy who threw a touchdown every game last year, who was, he didn't really have any problems getting into the end zone last year. I can't imagine him going this long without being able to score. So let's get into the end zone this drive. Let's do it, man. Like I said, I wanted to see at least one exciting play from the Giants. And it was like that looks like a busted coverage to me. Like, was Martinez supposed to stick Cooper Kupp in man coverage? Like, they took the man on the outside, but on the inside they didn't pick up Cooper Kupp, which is their best receiver in my opinion. So let's see if we can come back out here and do what we did last drive without the stupid play calls from Jason Garrett. Empty backfield. All right. Devontae Freeman coming back there. That's what we like to see. Let's see if we can see an RPO. Damian Ratley looking like he's going to pick up 9. Damian Ratley's looked pretty decent. He hasn't dropped anything. I like what Jason Garrett is doing as far as moving these tight ends around. And let's hope that this can turn into a positive game from the running back. I guess the most exciting play that the Giants had was that Wayne Gallman run for about 26 yards or something. Yeah, it's looking like the Giants are able to control that line of scrimmage in the run game, which is strange. And that's the first time they've stuffed us. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Yeah, after a while, Aaron Donald's not going to go for that. Can't blame Kevin Zeitler for that. So now they're going to send the dogs at us. It's blocked up. Devontae Freeman up the field, and that's a first down. 4 minutes left. We're going to hurry up. All right, it's looking like we're gearing up to run the ball again. And it's a play action. Daniel Jones step up, don't turn over the ball. And he's sacked, but I'm proud that he was aware. Only lost 2 yards. Looking like there was a flag on the Rams. Illegal contact, so that's an automatic first down. Yeah, you cannot press a receiver, 11 yards down the field. Glad they found that. But look at Daniel Jones protecting the football. This is a different quarterback as far as ball security. He hasn't been loose with the ball this year. They're just leaving the running back wide open. And we got to continue to take it. They're sitting back there on Darius Slayton, so we got to continue to take these passes underneath until they open it back up. Devontae Freeman putting together a pretty decent game for us. Best game by a running back so far this year. And we're getting decent pass protection, and he waited too long to run, so he got ran down by Justin Hollins. So that's a sack. Would have liked to see him get rid of that ball or take off sooner. So that's a 2nd and 15 now. You got to go sooner than that, because that's about a 5 or 6 yard gain at the very least that you could have ran for. You got to make those decisions quicker. Now that is a penalty. We had a guy jumping on Evan Ingram's back before the ball got there. That's definitely a penalty. Third and 15. You got to believe that this is 4 down territory, so we're probably looking for about a 7 to 9 yard gain. So we're going to face probably 3rd and 11 now. 4th and 11, I mean. Yeah, he's holding on to the ball now. So we're going for it on 4th and 11. This might be risky because a drop on 3rd down, on 4th down. So it looks like that's a wrap. Ball was a little high, but touched both of their hands. Who was that? Looks like Golden Tate. Yeah, I mean, the game's still going, so we got a chance if we can get this 3 and out. But you would have liked to see that pass caught, and you would have liked to see the pass, a little bit lower. But at the same time, they were sitting on that route. But definitely want to see that caught. And Cooper Cup ran out of bounds. Cooper Cup ran out of bounds. So that allowed us to save a timeout, and now it's 3rd and long for them. So we're going to get this ball back. If we can stop them on 3rd and 12, we're going to get the ball back. Oh, yeah, it was a bad play call. So 3rd and 11, if we can get off the field, we're going to get the ball back. And we can play for overtime. And they handed it off, so they're going to punt it back to us. So they trust that pass rush to get after Daniel Jones. And it makes you think maybe we should have kicked the field goal. So Golden Tate is back there to get the punt. Let's just make sure we're not, inside the 10. Golden Tate's doing pretty good at getting us some yards. Starting at the 20. No turnovers for DJ so far, so this is progress. But you want to see some plays now. We need some plays. 2-minute warning, 1 timeout, 2:05 to go. So this is his perfect chance to get his team in the end zone and redeem himself for all of the Tank for Trevor guys. Darius Slayton all the way across the field and out of bounds. So that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning, and that was a 33-yard catch. Darius Slayton finally showed up for us. See, Diablo, the game isn't over yet. I mean, it's not over till it's over. They playing it back to us, and we're on our way. We just got to put the ball in the end zone. We've got now 1 timeout left, 2 minutes to go. It's more than enough time. More than enough time to get the ball in the end zone. Glad that Slayton stepped up for us, at least on this last drive. I mean, yeah, I guess when your team, lets you down and drops passes enough, you start to form those qualities. All right, we're back. So we are across the 50. DJ broke the huddle. I had a 2-minute warning. Across the middle to Tate, and look, we got a drop. What else do you expect from this receiving core? Another drop. And Darius Slayton did not have much separation on that throw, but he was able to get the ball to him. All right, man, you got to protect the football. And Daniel Jones gets out of that. I don't know how he got out and picked up the first down. What a play. Wow. What a play. I don't know how he got out of that. And another drop. That hit Evan Ingram's right in the chest in between 3 rounds, but he dropped it. That hit him right in the hands, but he dropped it. You got to catch that. Now, he knew he was going to get lit up, and that's probably why he dropped it, but that was a good throw. And now he'll take off again. No one's underneath, and that's another first down. Easy money. Now, this is what I wanted to see. I just wanted to see some exciting football, and we're getting it. And Evan Ingram with a catch, but he gets tackled immediately, so we got to get back to the line. Getting back to the line out of this hurry up. Dion Lewis in the backfield. And they're leaving it wide. Oh, and he throws an interception. Wow. This is what you get from Daniel Jones. You get the highs and you get the lows. Damian Radley looked like he wasn't looking for that football, but that's an interception. Game over. So that's how it's going to end. Now, Damian Bradley was interfered with on that, but he shouldn't have made that throw. He was not open. And that's a wrap. Thought he could fit that in there, but that was a wrap. So I said I wanted to see something exciting. We saw all this progress on offense to get 9 points. Maybe we can build off on it, but I don't think we're getting a win next week. So it was a hard-fought game. All the Rams fans in this chat, congratulations on your win. Wow. You just have to believe that when you see these plays that are amazing from him, he's probably going to turn the ball over. Probably going to turn the ball over some. But what you can say, loss isn't totally on Jones. I know Giants fans want to throw him under the bus. I mean, the loss isn't totally on him, but one thing that you can say is that they fought. They fought. Joe Judge. His mentality came back to the team this week, but loss isn't totally on Jones. He also had about 5 or 6 drops, but you can't make that throw. That was a bad throw, and we lost the game on it. Yeah, they do. They do make scoring touchdowns look really hard. But overall, all I wanted was an exciting game. And we got that. All you tank for Trevor guys, you're getting what you wanted. So I don't understand why you would be angry. But yeah, another loss and another turnover. So the only thing we can do is hope that we can build off of this in the running game. Hope that Daniel Jones can build off of this momentum he had on offense. And next week score some touchdowns. So guys, this is this is becoming really regular to watch this team do this. There were some improvements, but of course there were some of the same. That interception was a bad decision. Yeah, he might as well have run it, but like I said, it was a bad pass. But I'm not going to put the entire thing on him, but definitely was a bad pass. He shouldn't have thrown it there. Defense looked great. They gave up that one play, but other than that, they looked great. The offense, again, was the weakness. And Daniel Jones turned the ball over again. But we were able to finally run the football. But overall, guys, I'm going to probably come out with a breakdown. I'll probably put out my reaction in a couple of minutes. But my official breakdown will be done tomorrow. So, guys, look out for that. I've been streaming for about 3 hours and 47 minutes. So, I'm going to get out of here, get me something to eat, and check out this Eagles and 49ers game soon. But hope you guys have fun in this stream. Giants are improving, but you see more of the same. I think in a couple of weeks, we'll look better than what you guys think we are. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And until next time, where they're fighting at the end of the game. But yeah, I'm out.